Midweek Mood action right here, live from Fondren Library on the beautiful campus of SMU in the Big D. You are listening to the Mustang Mood podcast.
That's
Welcome
right.
back.
We couldn't be in the same room, though, in Fondren. We had to all go to different rooms.
Yeah, we're all in study rooms.
Different study rooms.
Yeah,
Hey,
right.
do y'all want to see me do a Jay impression real quick?
Yes.
All right, you ready? Live from Fondren Library.
You know
That was
what?
perfect. That was a really good impression.
I like being close. It's an intimate feeling with our audience.
Jay,
The closer to the camera, the closer
Yeah,
you are.
and
to
I like to hide behind my microphone to remain
as
anonymous.
a fan, sometimes I feel a little more intimate with Jay than I intended to be, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's real intimate that Yonnic's not even looking at the camera. That's how intimate it is.
Well, the way my camera setup is, I have to look up and away from you guys, which maybe I should figure out a way to change that, but
Real
I don't know how to
professionals.
do
No,
it
I
right
think
now.
it would look better if you just moved it higher, Yonnic. If we could only see the top of your head and mostly the
Something like
beige
that.
wall behind you.
Yeah.
Anyway, your SMU Mustangs, they play sports, and we're here to talk about it and joke around a little bit.
That is a true statement.
What do you want to start with? You want to talk about basketball?
Do we want to talk about the Louisville game? That was
You know
Yeah.
what I talk about? I've been reading more books lately,
Okay.
and
And this
well,
will sponsor.
it's no, and it main reason is because I've quit watching Instagram Reels and YouTube, so that's opened up a lot of time.
very nice.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
The second half of the basketball game, this past one, I had to stop watching and just read.
That was a wise man.
It got pretty frustrating. I'll give you that. I don't know. How
Actually,
to
you know what?
And so-
I thought it'd be a funny story, but I just realized that the truth is actually funnier. I was working on taxes the second half of the basketball game.
Can you hear me?
Oh my gosh,
Whoa,
he's
It
here.
worked. We just had to go live for it to work.
Yeah.
No, I figured it out. It was a computer setting. Apparently, I just had microphone turned off in its entirety for this computer. So
Well, welcome. to the
I'm here.
podcast.
I'm back.
Heck yeah, he's back and better than ever. He's like Wear
That's
Red
right.
Fridays.
Mm-hmm.
They're back and they're better than ever. Tomorrow, wear white.
Mm-hmm.
SMU taking on NC State. Just a heads up. Anyway, we were just talking about what we were doing in the second half of the basketball game because we were so frustrated
Against Louisville,
with how
yeah.
it was going.
Yeah, I just
wasn't
finished.
frustrated with Louisville. I mean, the thing is, as a guy that played basketball, if you can get away with
Sorry,
a little cheap,
Yonnic, what level of basketball did you play?
upwards.
Did you-
If you're familiar with upwards,
Let's go upward.
That's
That's
yeah,
what I did.
That was about as far as I got. But as somebody who played upwards basketball, if you can get away with a little cheap stuff, and the local youth pastor misses the call, like, hey, that happens. That's basically what we were watching. Just
Well, yes. And the local youth pastor who was calling this game, and I'm sure that was their credentials, because
they looked like they really earned it this time.
or maybe they were also sponsored by FanDuel. But I mean, the way that the game was officiated, it seemed lopsided to me. And now I know that I am, we strive at the Mustang Mood to be the most biased podcast in the world.
We do our best.
And so I acknowledge that we are a biased podcast, but it just seemed nuts, completely nuts to me how that game went. I felt like the aggression that Louisville was allowed to have, that SMU just wasn't allowed to have at all in the second half, determined the game. So that there were points. I mean, we tied it back up in the second half, and just we couldn't hang on to anything because every little ticky tack thing was getting called, and that's just. I mean, we can't be aggressive like that. And the only time that we're good is when we're being aggressive. And so,
To me, it's more like,
what are you gonna do?
to me, it's more so about timing of the fouls, and I thought the fouls were timed very well in the sense that they really helped Louisville, and just
Yeah.
they managed to kill momentum. Then the thing is, like, basketball, football's a subjective sport, but there's not that many like flags, all things considered. And most of the time, like half the flags that are given, they're not for like doing something illegal other than like a false start. Like there are things that are like almost formational in a lot of ways. That's about like half the flags. Whereas in basketball, it's like fouls are almost always contact initiated. Like it's basically like you did something where you invaded the guy's space in a way that you weren't supposed to. And, it's just, it felt like it was just the Sumet foul that I think the whole game shifted.
Yeah.
The one where, and if I were the
hook
Louisville
and
player,
hold.
I mean, when you play basketball, like, yeah, you hook them a little bit. Yeah, people do that all the time in basketball. But to get that and then to get away with it and then to get it upgraded after reviewing it, it's just,
Well,
it was like one thing after another.
I remember the announcers were kind of talking about how it's not really a call that happens that much anymore. It's kind of like not been a part of the game in recent history. And then of course, our luck for that one to come back up. Also, I had to point out, I've called out how the announcers seem to always just be glazing Sumet. I didn't feel that as much this game. They had a couple negative comments to make about Sumet, about how Andy Enfield has said that he wants Sumet to start going up to the basket stronger, which, I mean, I'm sure, Coach has been saying that for as long as Sumet's been on the team, but I've been saying that way before any announcer said it.
It's definitely Walker's biggest pet peeve of the team.
He did great, though. Sumet played really well. Didn't miss any shots. Now, he turned the ball over plenty.
A lot, yeah.
But
did he shoot a three?
Yeah, that's what I wasn't able to
he
watch.
attempted a three.
I heard
He attempted a three.
one.
Yeah, shooting.
After their big guy made a three, Sumet's like, "Oh, I got this."
He always practices
And-
that in warm-ups. Like he always shoots like 1 or 2 threes during warm-ups. I don't know if you've seen him.
He should maybe shoot 3 or 4.
Or he
in
attempts 1 or
warm-ups,
2 threes.
and then none in the game. So
Yeah.
Sumet's,
It looks like
you're-
Shaquille O'Neal shooting a three. That's what it looked like.
You're not that guy.
You're not that guy.
You're not that guy.
Hey, Shaquille actually made one. He was 1 for like 20. So
Hey, good for him.
I'm pretty sure I could go better than 1 for 20 in a driveway, but with no basketball skill whatsoever. Although I would not have someone guarding me.
Shaquille didn't either, and neither did Sumet. Because
Sometimes
nobody
you
wants.
just got. Sometimes you just got to take the shot.
Actually, there is some argument to be made there. If depending on your coach, if your coach has your big man practicing some level of threes, because for sure they're not going to be guarded, there is a level of like, hey, we keep this ace in the hole. If our guy had like some level of practice there, him shooting a completely uncontested three could be about as good as Boopy shooting a guarded three. It's there's an argument in some ways.
I don't know
Only he's
if
practicing.
I don't know if calling your center shooting a three an ace in the hole is the right terminology.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's like pocket fours.
It's
maybe. How's that?
It's either desperate or you're just messing around because you're up by a lot. Like there's no in between on that one, in my opinion.
Yeah, Yonnic, if you gave me the choice of Boopy Miller shooting a half court shot or let's say Sumet Gigatolu shooting a three, I'm going to take Boopy.
You would have.
The numbers this season support that.
Yeah, I was gonna
Statistically,
say,
that is
you would've
correct.
made money on that bet. So you know what?
That was just a
That's
gut
what it
feeling.
is.
I don't know. George, I'm glad you were able to back that up with stats there.
That's good. Yeah.
I mean, Cement hasn't made one this season, has he?
No.
No.
Then the stats back it up.
Statman George came in the clutch there, but yeah, no, it's true. I mean, and to be frank, I don't think Sumet is practicing all that much. It looks more like a mess around thing.
You know what I would
anyway,
like for him to
enough on
practice is
Dunking?
finishing with the other hand. If he could go up with his left and his right equally, I would be just super impressed.
He'd be amphibious.
But he finishes with the same side no matter what.
Yeah.
So
He also
I would
needs to
like
not bring the
see-
ball down as he gets it in the low post.
Yeah,
That was something that we always aid on is when a post brings it down to his waist. It's so easy, and I watch
Everyone
him
else
get,
can grab
ripped out of his hand. It's so easy to
Well,
grab it as a small guy.
Yeah, and also like when you get the ball at the free throw line, turn around, face the basket.
Here
You
we
can't
are.
score.
Look at us. We're all coaching up some.
You can't score if you don't face the basket.
So
Infield needs to bring us on as like just purely for like Cement coaching, and we'll just all like line up and then just explain to Cement how to play basketball.
we
I
should.
think
we
if
should
two of us
offer
were in
that
a
tomorrow.
trench coat, we could be taller than Cement and therefore better at basketball.
Yeah.
I like that. We should try that. Let's see how Yonnic and George stacked on top of each other can guard Cement.
Man, this is going to really help us get basketball interviews. All this commentary right here.
No, but like you got to admit though, as by and large, Smet did play. Like in all seriousness, he played a lot better. Other than the turnovers this game, and one of those came from him bringing the ball down. Yeah, but like it happens. But other than turnovers, he did play a lot better. In the three, probably shouldn't have shot the three, but because I don't think we were close to a shot clock. But other than that, I'm honestly not mad. I wasn't mad about the hook and hold thing. Like what he did, totally
That's
fine
dumb.
with how
It's
he
dumb.
played.
Yeah,
Like,
I agree.
Yeah, if that guy's like playing dirty a little bit, yeah, you can throw a little elbow. I'm all with it. And he didn't even like really get him. So I was like, hey, Cement, stand up for yourself. Good job. Big men get abused. That's something else to keep in mind. Big men get abused.
It's
with
a
attack stuff.
it's
Yeah,
a
they go
physical
after
game.
you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
They get abused by the other team and by podcasters.
Yeah.
both. And so, I mean, Cement's job is it's not easy. He probably knows he gets a fair bit of hate on it, and so I am glad with how much better he seemed to play against Louisville.
The other,
So I'm going back and looking through Cement's stats, and this may be a good transition into to the game tomorrow. His season or his career high is 20 points in a game at NC State last season, and so he had 14 on Saturday, but he had 20 against the Wolfpack last season. So we'll see what he can do tomorrow. Hopefully, replicate some of those numbers.
one more thing about the Louisville game before we move on.
Yeah.
Silver line to that is we have a shot at revenge this season. We still have another game against Louisville.
That's right, at home.
Yeah.
Right?
It's at home, and I think late February, maybe even early March. But
Well, I don't
That'll be
think
good.
that we are like how much did we lose by like 12 or something like that.
14,
I don't think we're
14
point dogs against them. No, I think we were right with them until the refs kind of shifted the game, but we'll see how it goes. But I like our odds.
Yeah, we were like a 10 or 15. The ESPN analytics gave us like maybe a 10% chance of beating Louisville on the road, but they gave us a 30% or 35% chance of winning at home.
Nice.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's not bad. I mean, they're a top 20 team.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much 50-50 for the game tomorrow.
I was going to say, looking at this NC State game, you can almost it's about as close as you can get to 50-50, I would say. Stats-wise, very similar teams. Record-wise, very similar, except for the ACC record, but just overall record, very similar. One thing
I'm
that's
surprised we're not favored a little bit because of being at home.
NC State's been on a little bit of a hot streak. They've won their last 4 games. Overtime against Clemson. They beat Pitt by 9, beat Syracuse by 20, and then they beat Wake by, what is that, 18? Yeah. So they're a team that seems to be firing on all cylinders right now. And I mean they're going to be coming to Moody with a plan to whoop up on us for sure.
they made the Final Four recently, right? Either last year or 2 years ago.
2 years ago. They've got a new head coach this season. Will Wade in there. Brought some guys from his previous stop. Yeah, it should be pretty interesting.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
It looks like NC State's a 2.5 point favorite. And yeah, I mean, it'll be a very interesting game for sure.
And it's nice. All the students are back. You know, hopefully turnout's pretty good with the student population.
I feel like after such a gauntlet in the ACC so far for SMU, like this doesn't feel like as big of a game as it is. Like we've been through so many.
I think it's because we feel better about ourselves. If we felt worse about how we were as a team, I think it would feel bigger, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's just been
more
tough,
confidence
right?
in
It's
the
like
team.
okay, quad one opportunity at Louisville, and then quad one opportunity at Wake, quad one game Virginia at home, quad one game at Duke, quad one game at Clemson, quad one game hosting North Carolina. Like all but
A&M's been winning a bunch since then too. That's maybe another one.
Yeah,
at
that
this
one's
point.
aged like fine wine, actually.
Mm-hmm.
but like all but 2 games in January were quad one games. And so we've just been through a gauntlet and thinking, oh, we're going to like let off a little bit against this unranked team, NC State. Oh, wait, but they're 26 in the net.
And
Yeah.
our 2 non-quad one games, those were one on a buzzer beater and one like in the final minute with Virginia Tech and Florida State. So
Right.
it's been a battle.
Yeah.
Yeah, the best game, right? It came against North Carolina. Like by far and away our best
Yeah.
win.
Yeah.
We played really, really well then.
So, how do we rekindle that there? It'll be interesting. I'm excited to see Moody
Honestly,
alive.
the other thing is like the first half of Louisville was pretty great basketball. Like it was very solid
We were up at
up
half.
until the end. Yeah, I mean there was a point I
Yeah.
think in the first half we led by like 10, and so like I think it's partly about consistency coming out of the half. We're playing at home.
Well-
I think it'll be easier.
Yeah, that game was interesting. The first half, I mean, the first 10 minutes were so great. And then kind of everything after that felt like we were starting like, oh, this lead's not big enough. They started showing that they were the better team. So we'll see. We shall see. So excited about basketball.
Who's
For sure.
going to the game? You're going, Jay?
I'm
All of
going.
us except for you.
Yeah,
Really?
I think you're the only one that's decided
Ben's
to
not going.
cheer.
He said he has bedtime.
Yeah, Ben's
Right.
not on here now. He's probably already asleep. He's got
we
one of
should-
those
we should
masks
roast
on,
him.
making
Oh,
sure his
yeah.
pores look good for the next time he appears in the pod.
Yeah.
Someday he may grace us with his presence. Oh, me. Just kidding. Just kidding.
We
Yeah.
love you, Ben. We love you.
Tomorrow
So-
night on ESPN2 as well. Just a heads up.
All right.
8 p.m.
Prime.
late night game.
8 p.m.
Good
should
deal.
be a fun one.
Ask
Y'all
your
have-
parents to
y'all
let you
have
stay
fun?
up late.
Yeah, this is our first game with media credentials as well.
Yep.
So
You better
Should
ask
be
some
a
good
fun time.
questions. Make us
Exactly.
look good.
I'll
if
do
you've
my
got
best.
questions for us to ask Andy tonight, I guess it's probably tonight
Tomorrow.
for people who are listening.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right.
If you're listening right away, like every good Mustang Mood fan should be, because they're commenting and they're liking and they're definitely subscribed.
And leaving
to the
voice
YouTube.
memos.
Well,
Tons of those.
yeah, we get those all
tons
the
of
time.
those.
Mostly from that guy Hawker, but
Yeah, Hawker Wares. Yeah.
yeah, we don't like to talk about him too much.
Weird guy.
Anyway, but yeah, if you've got questions to ask Andy, leave them in the comments. We'll definitely be looking at those before we go to the press conference.
Do we
That's
want
like-
to later talk about, or do we want to talk about a different schedule that just came out as well? Or is
Yeah, you
that
wanna
a
talk
different
about the football
episode?
schedule?
We could give a couple initial thoughts. Yeah.
Let's do it.
What do you got, George?
I think for starters, I think it'll be exciting to play the Monday night game to open the season.
Yeah,
Florida
honestly,
State.
I'm excited about that too. We're
Like,
the only game on.
Yeah, it'll kind of stink having to wait all the way till Monday and like you're literally the last team in the country to start. But at the same time, it's like you get a full like 4 days of college football as an appetizer for the main course on Monday.
I am a little concerned about starting the season at Florida State.
Yeah, that's when they're the Super Bowl team.
Yeah,
Playing
that's
their-
true.
That's
playing their best football.
usually
game
first
one.
game is their
Although
peak.
2 years ago they lost their first game because they were in Ireland.
That's
Yeah,
true.
but it was still their peak, George.
Yeah.
That actually is true.
It literally only went down.
Yeah.
So
I agree. It's a little.
I'm worried about it.
nerve-wracking.
A 5-day break is also
Concerning.
interesting. But I mean,
well,
it's,
we get UC Davis.
it's
and
UC
all.
Davis though. So if we
Yeah.
are losing to UC Davis, we've got bigger problems than a short break.
Yep.
I'll say
But
this
by
too.
the third week of September, we've gone through the hardest ACC games. We've gone to
Yeah,
Florida
as
State and then
crazy
gone
as
to
it is.
Louisville.
Yeah. That's it. I think it's not time for us to make our season predictions, but I have very
No.
high expectations this season. That's what I'm
I
going
can
to say.
tell you the first number. I won't say how many wins, but I'll tell you how many losses I think we'll have. Goose egg. National champions, baby. If we don't make the
win all of our
playoffs, I'm
games.
shaving my head.
That is true.
That's still
if we
out
don't make
there.
the playoffs, Jay has to shave. But I mean, I'll
You have
say
to shave
this.
the beard too.
No, it wasn't
Just
a part
your
of the contract.
Coach has been very good about this, trying to get SMU into more of the public spotlight. And having a Monday night game where we're the only team on that night is going to ensure that any college recruit that wants to play college ball will probably be watching it. Because high school recruits will watch college ball. Like most of them will, the good ones. And so we're basically guaranteed that anybody that we want to recruit is going to see us at Florida State. And so we have a chance to, if we can really put on a good show, every recruit's going to say, oh yeah, that's right. Because everyone's going to get distracted by, the Indiana, the Ohio States, and all that kind of stuff. All the names that recently won or have always been in the spotlight. But then they're going to come to Monday night. They're going to see SMU play football. And if we put on our A game, they're going to say, oh, that's right. Made the ACC championship first year in. SMU's always right there around the playoffs. Let's take a look.
I wonder if this is going to be the highest viewed SMU football game of all time in terms of TV viewership.
That's an interesting
high
take.
likelihood.
Like, I guess I don't know where our playoff game against Penn State would. That's probably the current record holder.
You think that or the ACC? Surely, yeah.
Maybe
Penn
ACC
State.
as well, but I'd
The
say
ACC
if you're talking just
championship was
regular
competing.
season, I think this
College
will
football
definitely do
playoff
it.
against Penn State, 6.4 million.
What did the North Carolina game, North Carolina versus TCU this year do?
I don't know. That one was also at like noon because it was in Ireland. Or
No.
no, next year's is in
No,
Ireland.
that's this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
In 25, they played on this Monday night slot.
Actually, this actually says it's for just recent football. There may have been a previous one that was higher, but
I think though, like the
Anyway.
good SMU teams of the '80s, though they would not have, just because of the nature of the
yeah,
like
it
TV
wouldn't have been
viewership,
nearly as high.
Yeah,
Yeah. So honestly, that probably is the highest one. But I think this year, Florida State off the bat being the only game makes it unique and makes it have a unique advantage. And if it's not
It's a
record-breaking,
cool-
it'll be
it's a
very
cool game.
high.
It's a cool
It'll be our
game.
highest for the year, definitely, at least until the playoffs.
I've got three more things I want to point out about this schedule. One is Missouri State. That game will be crazy. Casey Woods coming back.
Wait,
Wish that was
who's
week
that guy
0.
again? Is he? Do we know him from somewhere?
Did he call any plays for us this season? I don't think so.
I don't know.
No, probably not.
I don't
Actually,
think he-
probably not.
So that'll be interesting. We'll get to see King Large again. We'll definitely.
Yeah.
is that where he
I think
went?
one of us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
King
didn't know
Large
that.
went to Missouri State. Yeah,
I bet you he plays too.
Yeah, good for
Yeah.
him.
He'll play.
one of us has to go to the other press conference. Hopefully, he's like, we got to press
Yeah.
their PR guy to make King Large available.
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
that'd be awesome.
And then let's see. The other thing is the 3 games that could be on Friday night. Not a fan of that. Cal at Syracuse and Virginia Tech all could be Friday night games. And then
You wanna hear a hot
They
take?
could be, or are they set in?
They could be.
I imagine we'll
Game
get one
could
of
be
them.
Friday or Saturday.
I
We're gonna
imagine-
get one. We'll get at least one.
A hot
Well, I think
take.
it's
I
gonna
actually
depend on how
love
we
Friday
play.
night games because
Because
that means
I-
you don't have
George-
to miss any of the football tomorrow, like on
George,
Saturday.
George, I'm also with you because of our proclivity of having 11 a.m. home games.
Exactly. It's
That's
also
true.
Is a
guaranteed.
Friday
Yeah,
that-
game
11
guarantees to have an evening game. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
But I bet you're right. I bet we only get one.
I hope we
because
don't get.
I anticipate good records.
I don't know.
on that.
I love Halloween college football, even if it's a road game. So I kind of hope that one's on Saturday.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Playing in the dome. What is it now?
Yeah.
The JMA Dome?
Carrier Dome, I think, or I think it's something like that.
Formerly known as the Carrier Dome. That'd be sick. Honestly, there are so many good games to go to this year. I'd love to go to the Carrier Dome someday. And then going to obviously we're going to Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
to South Bend. That'll be sick. Anyway, the last point that I wanted to point out is that Senior Day is November 14th, and then there's 2 weeks after that,
Isn't that
2
weird?
away games. So
I
that's
guess
like
it's our final home game, so it kind of has to be.
yeah.
We
So
might have the
that'll-
hardest game in the country on SEC Cupcake Week that week. So
Actually, and there's actually something good about that because people are going to want to watch that game. And so again,
yeah.
best stage. If you think about it from SMU's perspective, we're trying to build a brand. We're trying to become Miami, right? And so we need open stages. So this is, I think it's actually good for us.
Yeah. Anyway,
I'm stoked.
excited about that. I think we're going to be having a conversation with Brian soon about recruiting, transfer portal, all that kind of stuff. So excited about that.
Get caught up on all the details there.
Exactly. So anyway, that's the Mustang mood, the midweek mood for this week.
Yes, sir.
Any closing thoughts?
I got one more small update. For the best team on the Hilltop, the volleyball team opens the year against Texas A&M, the national champions in Milwaukee.
Wow.
So set your
So you're
calendars
going
for
to
that.
Milwaukee?
Yeah, are we going to Milwaukee?
Maybe we'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Honestly,
it sounds like a
sounds like
plan.
fun. I like Milwaukee. It's like
Big car guy.
I've only been there once.
big beer guy.
Beer, not cars. Anyway, it's all up there. I don't know.
Detroit, Milwaukee.
Yeah,
Midwest
that
is
area. It's all the same.
Them northern.
Anyway, the North. On that bombshell, pony up.
Pony
And
up.
God bless.